Zainey friends, and welcome to a new Get Ready With Me makeup in a movie where I do the makeup.
And I talk about a movie.
And this video, I know we haven't done one of these in a really long time, but this video is a tiny little movie that you may have heard of called
Star Wars? The Force Awakens?
I don't know. Have you guys heard about this? I know like there haven't been a lot out there about it, so yeah, we don't know if you guys are going to be like into this movie, but we really hope that you know, you come along with us on this journey. This entire look, I really wanted to use this palette in a video so badly because I just got it. It's the In the Balm of Your Hand palette. I've used this on my entire face, everything, blush, eyeshadow, you name it, I used it. In this look, and you're gonna love it. I love this palette. And then for my lips, I'm using the new Revlon HD matte lip color because I'm obsessed with lip colors. Please come along with us on this journey to a land far, far away as we talk about Star Wars after the break. Alright, so for my face so far, I really haven't used a lot of product because I really wanted to highlight everything that this palette can do. But what I have used, and I do want to talk about, are these two products. The first one is this Rimmel Lasting Finish 25-hour with Comfort Serum foundation, and I use the shade Light Ivory 091. Now what is super amazing about this is that ever since I started using it, and I used it for a lot of the practices and the performances that we had when we did our Christmas thing at our church, what I loved about this is once I started using it, my skin felt so soft. It would not get oily. It was amazing, and I forgot how much I loved this. So I probably will be adding this permanently into my foundation routine. Now, you're probably wondering about this on top. Well, I had been hearing Jessica Braun and the Taylor, they talk about these pumps that you can get from Beauty MP, and I'll put the link down below for you. But basically, you can get foundation pumps for a variety of different foundations. So I finally broke down and got one, and these have like changed my life. I'm not kidding. Because a lot of times, you know, you have your foundation and you're like, get it out there, you know, put it on your face or wherever you're putting it. This, you just put 2 pumps on the back of your hand and you're done. It's amazing. These are about $6 a piece. However, I got a deal where I got them for like $3, so they're actually, it's an amazing deal. I got one for this one, I got one for my Maybelline Fit Me, and one for my Revlon Color Stay. I guarantee it, you guys, these are reusable. You can clean them, put them on the new one, just keep, it's amazing investment. I highly recommend. Alright, so I used that on my face, and then I used the e.l.f. HD powder, which I have talked about before, and I had been going back and forth. I like it. I didn't like it because it made my skin flake off or some weird crap like that, but it turned out if you wash or brush it, that's a necessity to actually keeping your makeup on. I'm just saying. So I'm back to loving this. Again, I did use this for my Christmas performances as well. It is a white powder, and I have to be careful because it came broken, but this powder is amazing. So I used that too. That's all I used on my face so far today. So we're gonna be jumping right into the palette itself. So here's the palette that I'm going to be using today. It's the new In the Balm of Your Hand by TheBalm, obviously, and it's basically like their greatest hits palette. Like everything in here people freaking love. Of course, you can see on the front it's the packaging of all their different palettes that they use within here, and the palette themselves has blush, it has eyeshadow, it has cream blush, it has like a lip gloss, it has the Mary Luminizer, which everyone freaking loves. I'm going to use this entire palette on my face. It's going to be blush, it's going to be eyeshadow, it's going to be cheeks. The only thing I am not using is for the lips, and I will tell you why later. So once we get to that point, I will kind of tell you about it. But what I'm going to do before then is I'm going to do my primer, and I'm going to do my eyebrows while he's talking because I haven't done those yet. So I'm using the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. I'm trying to use this up. And then for my eyebrows, I'm using this Miss Mona Lisa from a Maybe box. It's like a draw on. And then I'm using this NYX Tinted Brow Mascara in Blonde, which is my new lovely that I Cannot live without this stuff. I was using the Benefit Gimme Brow, which I love. This is a great dupe, and it's so much cheaper. It's only like $6, so definitely use this if you're looking for a dupe. All right, so while I'm doing that, let's go ahead and talk about this movie that, like, is sweeping the nation.
Yes.
No one cannot talk about this movie. Go for it.
Sure. But yeah, so Star Wars is finally out. This movie, for me, was like one of the 2 movies this year to come out that I was super excited for. The other one was Jurassic World, which you probably saw the makeup a movie for that one too.
We'll link it.
But yeah, if in case you haven't, you should. And but yeah, those 2 movies.
Wait, you should see the movie or the makeup in a movie.
Both.
Yeah.
So yeah, these 2 movies were like the 2 movies this year that I was like, cannot wait to see. I avoided like all the trailers and commercials and all of that stuff, and I'm so happy I did. This movie was amazing, beyond expectations for me, and I saw it twice already. I might see it again. Yeah, it's the 7th Star Wars movie. This one takes place 30 years after the last one, which was about 30 years ago, the Return of the Jedi. And it's in the universe, obviously. Before I start talking about it, just want to say there won't be spoilers, but we are going to talk about the basic storyline.
So if you don't want to hear
you're
it,
avoiding that, why haven't you seen the movie already? Just in case, no spoilers, but we're going to talk about the storyline. And basically, the Empire fell. No more Empire, Darth Vader, Emperor, all that is gone. And there's a new set of bad guys coming around called the New Order. And basically, these guys are terrifying, to be honest. I think they're so much more scarier as a villain than the Empire was. Because you'd see like the Stormtroopers, and yeah, they're creepy looking, Darth Vader's scary. But like these guys, they don't miss. They're like the old Stormtroopers where you're like 20 feet away and you're missing everybody you're shooting at. These guys, like right off the bat, like the first like 10 minutes of the movie, you know, like these guys mean business and they're evil, just pure evil.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to start in on my palette now. I'm going to be using this shade right here. This is Cabana Boy, which is a really nice, like, deep rosy tone. My look that I'm going for here is going to be kind of more earthy tones, which I'm sure, you know, if you've seen any Star Wars movie, you know, I didn't want to go for, like, the apparent, like, black and red. But if you've seen any Star Wars movie, you know, a lot of them take place on, like, these planets that are very, like, brown. Right? So I'm going for more of a brown eye look with like a deeper lip look. It might be good for the holidays as well. We will see. But so I'm going to go for this Cabana Boy right here. That's going to go on my cheeks, and then I'm going to use the Mary Luminizer to highlight right above here my nose, cupid bow, and chin, and a little bit up here while he continues talking.
Yeah. So the New Order is pretty scary. You got a new big bad guy, Kylo Ren, who's not necessarily like in charge of them, but he's up there. He's kind of the face of the New Order right now. So the main thing is they're all looking for Luke Skywalker. The New Order wants to destroy him for obvious reasons.
And he's hiding like a whiny baby.
Yeah, he's
I don't know if he's whiny, but we had a big discussion about whether Luke Skywalker was a whiny baby, like in the first movies, like in 4 and 5, and he is.
Yeah.
He is.
He got better by the last one. But yeah, he's gone. No one knows where he is. They're all looking for him. And then there's a new set of good guys, the Resistance, because obviously there's no more rebels, but it's Resistance now. And they are led by Leia, who is now a general. They're all hoping that hopefully he can bring some order and balance to everything that's going on and help stop these bad guys. Yeah, it's kind of, the story parallels New Hope in a lot of ways. Some ways I don't want to get too much into to kind of give anything away, but it's very similar, but it's not similar in like a bad way either. I thought it was really cool how they did that, where there was, you know, discovering these characters and they're kind of learning about themselves and their place in this giant universe, and then, you know, some of the situations that happen are fairly similar to what happens in A New Hope. Yeah. But it's all exciting and fun and new still for me.
Yeah. I just wanted to talk really quick. I got these brushes. They were like a gift with purchase at I think it was Birchbox. Yeah, it's Birchbox. I was kind of disappointed with these brushes, to be honest. I really wanted this like domed, fluffy brush to kind of use for highlighting. I feel like this is too fluffy. Like, I don't know if you guys can see this, but I was hoping for something denser. So I'm still looking for like a denser, domed, fluffy brush like this that you can use for highlighting. I will show you this. I guess I could just get one of these. This is a tapered kabuki brush, which I could use for highlighting because it kind of works, but I really like it for contouring. It's amazing. I don't remember, this might be like a beauty inside. It came in like a kit, but yeah, this is my favorite one. Yeah, I would like something similar to this, like maybe a rounded dome kabuki. Okay, I'm totally going off subject now. I haven't done one of these in so long. All right, we're gonna go to the eyes now. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this. This is called In Stain. This is in the shade Argyle, and I'm actually going to be using it, even though it's a blush, I'm going to be using it as my base eyelid color. So I'm gonna just sweep that all over the lid and then up like probably past the crease. And then I'm gonna use this color here. This is Bahama Mama, and it is a bronzer slash contour, depending on what you want to use it for. But I'm telling you, you can use any of these things like as a eyeshadow. I love using Hot Mama just by itself. It's amazing, but I'll probably use that later. I don't know. So In Stain is going to go on my eyelid, and then I'm going to do that in the crease.
Alright, so we meet some new characters in this one. You see some of the old ones, Han Solo, you get to see him, and Chewie, and Leia. They're all back.
I'm just laughing.
What's that?
Because of Chewie and Han Solo in this movie, like, how they get on with the new characters is kind of funny.
Yeah, yeah. I love that about this, is that everyone knows Harrison Ford and how much he really does not like being part of this universe, and he's kind of tired of Han Solo and all of it, but honestly, you would not be able to tell in this movie. Like, J.J. Abrams pulled a really fun, great performance out of him, and it was just like old hack. Like, it was just like back in the beginning, and he's just as funny and on point with this character, especially him and Chewie. Their chemistry and hilariousness is just on point in this movie. I loved it.
I just think it's kind of sad that, you know, he feels like he doesn't want anything more to do with this, when honestly this movie and Indiana Jones kind of made him. Sure. I mean, he was an actor, people knew who he was, but people know him because of Star Wars. So it's kind of like, don't poo-poo on the things that made you good. Say no. I love you, Harrison Ford, but please.
You're always welcome. And then, yeah, Carrie Fisher's in there. I've always loved her, like, comedy and stuff, so I was excited to see her back in something. She hasn't done anything in a long time. And then you got the new people. You got Rey, who she's played by Daisy Ridley, which I just pulled up stuff about her because I really don't know anything about her or what she's been in. Do you know her from anything?
Not at all. What have you found?
She has not done a lot. She's done short films. She was in a music video. She's done TV. Yeah,
she was in Mr. Selfridge. If you guys know about PBS, Mr. Selfridge. I believe that's the one with Jeremy Piven.
Oh, well, that's
maybe?
Yep.
Yeah, haven't seen any of it, but it is on Netflix.
Yeah, she actually hasn't done a whole lot. She's only been, like, actively acting since 2013. So she's fairly new, which, I mean...
And now her career's gonna blow up.
Explode. And then, same thing with John Boyega. He plays Finn.
He was good.
Yeah, and they were both really good. I loved both of them in this. Daisy Ridley is just adorable.
She is.
I mean, she's a total, like, kick-ass girl in this movie, but at the same time, she has, like, this kid at heart kind of thing.
You said ass.
You know what I mean? She's, like, really cool, though, because she can, like, get up there and do whatever everybody else is doing. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing with the Star Wars movies. They've always been like that. Like, treated, like, Princess Leia in the first couple of movies, she was out there, like, blasting away those stormtroopers just like everybody else.
True that.
So, yeah.
All right, now I'm going to go in with this shade right here. This is Nude Tude. It's from that palette, but I can't remember. Oh, it's Sexy. That's the name of the... It's very... it's very dark and magenta, so I'm going to use that kind of like... out on the other part, and I'm going to blend it into the crease a little bit. And then on the lid, I'm going to go back to using Mary Luminizer just to give it more sparkle, as well as this little shady lady shade, and it's called Mischievous Marissa. I'm going to use those two on the lid, probably put this one first, and then the Mary Luminizer over it, just to give it like kind of a nice sheen on top of that.
So the cool thing about this movie is bringing in these new characters. We know that these characters are definitely going to have to be around for a little while. They're going to be making a couple more movies.
Yeah.
And they already build this great foundation in this movie very quickly for these characters about, like, you know, they're very three-dimensional. There's a lot going on with them that they're dealing with.
That's true.
And you just, like, fall in love with them really, really quick. And even Kylo Ren, the bad guy in this, has his own issues. He's not just like, oh, I'm evil and I just want to, like, take over or whatever, you know, destroy all the good. He's got his own issues he's dealing with. He wants to be the next Darth Vader, you know. He, like, kind of idolizes him. And
Though not as whiny as Anakin.
No.
He is a little whiny, but not as whiny.
Yeah,
I don't understand what the evil people whiny thing is. I don't get it. Sorry, maybe it's the Force.
emo.
You have the Force, you get whiny. I don't know. Before I do my lid, I do want to also tell you, I'm going to kind of blend out the top part of my eye look with this Hot Mama. I think just right on the top, just kind of like ease the edges a little bit. And then I'm going to use a little bit more of this color right here underneath my eye so that you can like really smoke it out. Can you tell? Like, look how intense this eye look is now. Just putting that thing on, but I kind of like it.
Yeah.
I kind of like
the
it.
colors. Yeah. Oh yeah, so Kylo Ren, he's got his own like things he's dealing with because he wants to be the next Darth Vader. And so there's like things going on there too. He's not just like an evil bad guy. Also in the movie is the guy that played Bill Weasley. Oh, I'm looking for his name now.
That dude. Gleason.
Yeah.
His last name is Gleason because
Donald
he's
Gleason.
there. Yeah.
Yes. He is creepy as this general. Holy cow,
Yeah,
General
he is.
Hux. He gives a speech that like channels Hitler so well and really, I don't know, that's what I got.
Oh
It
yeah,
was
that's
so
exactly what I got too.
creepy.
Especially there's just like one scene, this is no spoiler, but you know, there's this one scene, you see it in the trailer, where he's like addressing people and it's like sea of stormtroopers.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like it's definitely like Hitler addressing the Nazis. It's
Yes.
pretty crazy.
Yeah, the intensity that comes out of him is just like, and he was in a movie called Ex Machina, which if you haven't seen it and you like sci-fi, definitely check it out. That's a really, really good movie. But he's in that, and it's a total 180 from that role. He's more like kind of introvert, totally different character. And seeing him go from that and into this role is like, holy cow. So yeah, really, really fun. And then we got a new droid in this movie, BB-8.
Everyone's
Who-
new favorite droid.
Before this movie, I was getting BB-8 stuff, and because I'm like, he's just so cute looking, you can't help but love him. And I was telling Laney like a couple weeks ago, I was like, I really hope this character, this droid, is not stupid. It's not the next Jar Jar Binks, because I will be so mad I bought all this stuff for BB-8 and I'm gonna have to like get rid of it. But no,
He's okay.
he's amazing. He's really awesome.
What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of this, like this is the side with the cream on it, which I like that it's a different opening than this so that your cream and your shadows don't get mixed up. This is from the How About Them Apples Cheek and Lip Cream palette. This is caramel. I'm just going to put a little bit of that on my cheeks just to give it a little bit more color. And then I'm just going to go straight into my eyes. So I have my, of course, liquid Jessie's Girl liner, which is still the best. Awesome. And then I have this Gelpresso waterproof liner that I'm going to use in my waterline. And I'm going to use for mascara this Miss Manga Volumnious Black, which I still love. It's still one of my favorites. And then this L'Oreal Infallible setting spray that I've been using. It's small, but I love it. It's amazing. So all of that is going to happen while he's talking.
There are a lot of other people that pop up in this movie too. BB-8 was not really voiced. He had, obviously, like most of the droids in the movie, like beeps and other noises. But
So much personality, though.
he had vocal consultants.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there were a couple of people that J.J. Abrams had that helped create the personality of him with his like beeps and noises and stuff, which I think is really cool. And the people that did it was Bill Hader and Ben Schwartz.
Bill Hader.
Yeah, Bill Hader.
It's from SNL, you guys.
SNL. And then Ben Schwartz, who you know as Jean Ralphio
I
from
love
Parks
him.
and Rec.
I love him.
So,
if you guys
yeah.
don't follow his Instagram, Rejected Jokes, oh
Yes.
my gosh, he's hysterical.
Yeah, and then there's a junkyard dealer in the movie who is voiced by Simon Pegg.
Yes.
I did not know that.
I knew that.
Until the other day, and I was like, oh, okay, I get that. So yeah, I thought that was cool.
Yeah, it's because I was looking at the credits and I was like, where is he in this movie? And then I watched the whole movie and never saw him, and then it got to the end and I was like, he was that guy? Right, awesome.
Yeah, and I had heard like a long time ago that he was going to get involved somehow.
And now he's in both. Because, well, it makes sense, he's in Star Trek, so, you know, J.J. Abrams likes to keep his friends close, like Greg Grunberg. In this movie, like when we saw him, like my husband and I love Greg Grunberg, and so every time he's on a screen somewhere, we're like, Granny! And he was in this movie, and so we were like yelling for him. It was awesome. I did not put this on.
Oh, really cool character that came back, Admiral Akbar.
Yes, he did.
I thought he was dead, but he's alive and he's back. I don't know why he was dead. I thought he was dead, but for some reason I did.
I was gonna do false lashes in this look, and I had these ones. These ones, I was gonna use them, but part of me is like, I don't know if this look needs it. I think it's a very glamorous already, so I might just go without. Besides, this video is already almost a half an hour long. Speaking of people who are in this movie, let's talk about the chick.
So Carrie Fisher's daughter shows up in the movie too. I noticed her every time she was on screen. If you've seen Scream Queens, she's from that. She was Chanel number 3. Yeah, she was the one that always wore like the earmuffs.
As an homage.
Was an homage to her mom, Carrie Fisher, Princess Leia. So, and then in this movie, she's in the Resistance. She's just kind of like a background character. She has like one line in the movie, and she has like little tiny buns in her hair too. But it was kind of cool seeing her, and like I noticed her like in the background or somewhere nearby, and I was like, oh, there she is again. But you said you only noticed her like once. Like,
yeah, and I knew she was in it because we had talked about it before. But yeah, I noticed her at the very end because she's standing literally right next to Carrie Fisher going, waving goodbye. And I was like, well, there she is. But I didn't see her before that. Yeah. Probably because my first time watching the movie was his second time. So at that point I was already kind of like, and you know, okay, I'm going to be real, guys. Star Wars is not my favorite trilogy. Do I enjoy them? Yes, I do. But I am not the die-hard fans that the people in this house are. Okay? My husband, Chris, definitely die-hard fans. This movie made me a believer. Okay? I'm not like a definite Trekkie, but that's what we grew up watching in our house. Even though the first Star Wars came out when I was 1, I have been watching Star Trek like pretty much my entire life, and so I love the J.J. Abrams reboots of Star Trek as well, and I thought they were amazing. But this movie, I am now a believer. I may not go back and watch the other 6 for a little while, but this movie is amazing. If you do not like Star Wars, this might change you.
Yeah, I think if you've been getting into any, like, even just action movies lately, you'll definitely have a lot of fun with this movie. And you don't even really have to know the backstory, because you probably know just from pop culture who these characters are and their place in this universe of Star Wars. So going into this movie, you don't really have to know much to really still enjoy it, because it's still a lot of fun.
Yes. Alright, I'm gonna do my lips now and make sure, hopefully it doesn't like totally throw off this whole thing, because I really think this would be a great nude lip look. But I did want to show you guys this because it is a fairly new product. I have been going gaga over lip creams and matte lip glosses and stuff like that lately. In fact, I just placed an order on Ulta last night because I got the most amazing deals and coupons, and I had rewards codes, and you know, it just all stacked up, and it was like the perfect match of what I needed. I got the Maybelline Vivid Matte lip creams, and I got the L'Oreal matte lip creams, and I got like a NYX some kind of lipstick. But anyway, I wanted to show you guys this because it is really new. It's the Revlon Ultra HD Matte Lip Color. This is the only color I got because even though I got this like 3 weeks ago, it was the only one on the display. This is then the color Oh, Addiction. It's really small. It's only small in the back. Okay, this is the color Addiction, so it's kind of like this berry color a little bit. I do like the applicator. It's just kind of a flat doe foot applicator, and it's berry.
I always find it funny, like, you look at it and you're like, okay, that's purple, and then it's like, no, Addiction. Women's makeup names.
It has a nice smell, and I can't really place what the smell is, but it has a nice smell. Look, that looks really funny. Looks like I have no upper lip.
You're kind of like Impossible. She only had like one lip.
What you have to be careful of with lip creams is the fact that this is so funny looking. I look like almost like a who.
Can't even look at it.
What I don't necessarily like about these things, especially the brighter colors, it's really, I'm gonna just do this. It's really hard to not mess up so that it like goes outside the line of your lips, okay? You see what I'm saying? All right, I'll be back to you in a minute.
A couple of things. John Williams did come back to do the score for this movie.
Yeah, he did.
A lot of people were kind of like, is that going to happen? Because J.J. Abrams usually worked with Michael Giacchino, who is an amazing composer himself. I love him.
I'm impressed that you were like, it's just throw out this name.
Oh, really? Oh,
well, if you met him, that's probably why.
Well, yeah, I'm kind of a movie nerd. I love movie scores, like especially good ones. Michael Giacchino, he worked with Brad Bird on The Incredibles. He did a couple of Pixar movies, and then he moved on with J.J. Abrams, and he's worked with J.J. Abrams for like a bunch of stuff. And I've always loved his scores. And but he didn't work with him again. He worked with John Williams, and even John Williams was like, it was amazing to come back and work on Star Wars again.
I'm sure.
It just renewed his energy for doing movie scores again. And he said like before he didn't really think he would be that interested in doing it, but and I thought that was cool.
I actually really like this lip color.
Ooh. Yeah, so for Kylo Ren, a couple of people that were considered for the role were Michael Fassbender and Hugo Weaving as Kylo Ren.
Isn't he too old?
That's what I would have thought too. Maybe Michael Fassbender.
Yes,
Maybe.
and I love Michael Fassbender, but again, a little too old.
Yeah. But Adam Driver was great, and I didn't know anything about him until this movie, and then I heard he was like in a few different things, like I guess Girls, he was on that a bit.
Anyway, so that is our non-spoilery, as much as we could, review of Star Wars. I guess in summarization, I need to say, if you have not seen this movie yet, you probably need to go now. Now. Go, just shut off YouTube, go.
It'll benefit you.
Yes.
In so many ways.
Your life will be enriched. Thank you for watching this very distracting view of Star Wars and the In the Balm of Your Hand palette. And get ready with me look that we have going on here.
Yeah.
Until next time, keep calm.
Stay. Actually, it still records for a few seconds.
Oh, does it? Obviously, we're editing this part out. I could make faces.